Hey everybody, welcome to Clone Evolution. Happy Father's Day. I just got off the phone with my dad, and now I'm going to be playing some Clone Evolution. I was going to be doing episodes later at night, but I figured I'm going to mix it up and try a couple daytime shows, because I find I have way more energy during the day. I noticed the last couple episodes I was doing, I was half asleep, and it wasn't very easy to record. Yeah, let's do one more of these. I shouldn't have done that because I'm trying to save up the 3,000 jewels so when the red scroll comes around I can buy it. Or 3 red scrolls. 1,000 each if you buy 3 of them at once at the item shop. Hope everyone is having a good Father's Day. I've been visiting a lot of people, so today I didn't actually get together with my dad, just talk to him on the phone. We're doing, what is it, a 10-person social circle? I think I've already encountered just about my max. So if all me and my brothers were to get together to visit my dad, we'd be way over the limit. But who knows, hopefully all these limits and things will be almost over. Keeping my fingers crossed. Seems like cases are going up, but serious cases are more rare. Anyone who could die from it probably already has. Or it's mutated weaker. Who knows? Today on the vape menu, I got some more white rhino mixed with cannabis oil. It tastes delicious. Thinking of placing a new order for the Ontario Cannabis store soon. Just finished a plate of eggs. I haven't had eggs in a while, so I figure I should have some. I noticed a good boost of energy when I eat eggs. Alright, there's the 16. Pretty sure I have enough to buy some fragments. What I like to do is use my arena points to purchase in the supply depot under guild purple robots. Who am I going to be leveling up? I'll go with the freeze guy because he's my only gold hero that I use in my lineup that can go over level 100. So I'll be boosting him up for now. Or wait, maybe I should do Samson, get him to full. But Samson's in the... Yeah, let's bring Samson to full. Probably didn't need to buy that many red ones. That was kind of dumb. I'll try 2, see how he does. He's at 99, so he's pretty close to max already. Yeah, that put him to max. Alright, that means that I can move in campaign Samson out. Because he's already at max. Tempted to add this guy in. He's got the stun ability, so maybe I can use him to replace someone who doesn't stun. Yeah, let's do that. I'll level him up next. Well, not next, but when I have extra that I can't use on anyone else. Whoops. I got 4 of these guys. I'm trying to clone him and get him up to orange next. Or to purple, because I haven't raised him to purple yet. I noticed that was one of my things that I hadn't completed yet. Now I've been checking, someone was telling me to look over the hero chart. So I've been looking over the hero chart, seeing which heroes I needed to make that I was missing. I'm missing this guy. I've always wanted him for a long time. Not sure where he comes from. It must be the reward for something that I haven't completed yet. Notice that he's able to go up to gold. Haven't got this guy to gold yet, so I'm thinking of doing that. So red, the only guy I haven't gotten yet is him. We're up to this point. I do want to get her. I noticed I've been fighting her a lot lately and she's pretty powerful. So for here, I'm looking to unlock this Bluebeard guy next. Maybe the kid with glasses. Yeah, I don't know if I've been fighting her. I think some Japanese samurai looking chick. Yeah, you can see that's why I've been trying to level him up to purple. Sword God I'd definitely like to unlock. Now this one I noticed I have to upgrade him to purple, so I'll be working on that. This person I noticed is one of the rewards on the campaign that I've passed, so I can use the campaign to collect the fragments to make her, or him, whoever this is. This is Peaceman. Yeah, this is a man, not a woman. So that's what I'll be working on next for that. I'm just collecting the rewards for this. I'm just doing a recording. Claim all. Alright, for this episode, for a lot of the fighting, I plan to, well, I guess I could do a little bit of the guild. No, what I was planning was the arena. Now, what I was too tired to cover the last episode, even though someone asked me, sorry it took me 2 episodes to cover it. So I wanted to see some action from the Finer Carnival. You can see what I'm going for is I want to try to get 60 victories next, so I can get the bottle cap openers and save those for a whole bunch. I need to get over 100 of them to beat the other mission. And what you can do is keep getting the victories. I'll show you the fastest and cheapest way to do that. And for arena points down here, you've noticed probably that the higher points you get up from winning a whole bunch of battles in a row, you'll get your arena points up, and this keeps track of how high you got your rank up, and if you can get it up to 1800, you'll win these rewards. I don't know how I did it, but I was at like level 50 or 60, and I managed to reach 1800 and got these rewards. Now I'm at like 107, and I'm not even close to reaching 1800. So I'll show you the trick, how I did it when I was really low level, why I can't do it again. And yeah, so that's what I'll cover. So yeah, keep a note here, this 1800 point mark. I'll explain how it works. Big shout out to the Facebook message group. There was this really nice chick that actually lives in the same city as me, it turned out. She helped explain how to get your points up. Here it says General Arena in the top, and down here it says my points. What I was thinking is when you keep winning matches that your points would just keep going up and up and up. But I didn't really notice is that when you lose a match, your points go down. So it's like you have to put in a string of consecutive wins. And I was like, well, that's easy. I can just keep winning and pick battles that are easy. But there's a catch. Other people can play you. That's what this tactics thing is. So if I go down here and click tactics, I have to put together a really strong team, or other people are going to beat me, and then my level will just keep going down and down. So even while I'm not playing the game, my rank and points can keep going down or up, depending if your team's winning or losing in this tactics thing. Now, if I'm not the know-it-all of this game, that's for goddamn sure. So when you look here, there's this cross-server thing, and I notice when you play it, it has its own points thing, but it takes 2 of these tickets in order to play, whereas General Arena only requires 1. So I was thinking the advantage to doing General Arena is you can complete this with using less of these versus tickets. Now I'm not sure what the advantage to this cross-server thing is when you use 2. Does that give you more points and you go up faster? If someone could put that in the chat if they know what's the advantage here of using this. There must be some reason why people are spending 2 and playing this one. Yeah, and so there's a different tactics for each one of these. You have to put together a team for cross-server defense and a team for this. I don't think it's the same team. You can see right now I put together a really shitty team, and the reason I did that is I want to crank up the amount of wins I get. See, if my rank goes up high, I'll be stuck playing against other teams that are roughly the same level as me, and I'll be losing a lot of the matches. So therefore I'll waste a lot of tickets and not get wins. But if I put together a really shitty team and everyone kicks my ass, then I can come back, put in a good team, and just fucking start smoking people, put together like 20 wins in a row fast. So that's what the strategy I'm using. I don't know what other strategies people use to pile up the wins fast. If you want to post it in the chat below, that'd be sick. Alright, so let's do this shit. Holy, I have 17,000 in the Versus store? That sounds good. Yeah, I can unlock a lot of heroes if I want to level up people in the Darwin machine, I realized. Like if I need some elements of this rare type, I can just buy them here for cheap. I have shitloads of fucking tokens. Alright, so let's do this. Maybe, what's the strategy I'll go with now? Putting in a good team, or keep the team low? So I can just keep cranking up the... Alright, I'll put in the good teams, and I'll see how high I can get my rank up before I start losing matches all the time. And while I'm doing that, I'll explain the trick of how you can win that reward at 1800 at a low level. I wish I would have recorded back then. I would have liked to see how the fuck I did that. Like, I definitely got the reward for it. I even posted a screenshot of getting it. Yeah, so I should have had that ready for this. Maybe when I summarize the end of the show, or maybe tomorrow's episode, I'll have the screenshot ready. Proving that I actually did beat it at a low level. It's one thing to say you have a strategy that you can do something. It's another to prove that it worked. That's one advantage I've had to making tutorial videos in the past. Sometimes when I make them, I do pretty impressive things and record it while I'm as a tutorial video. So that usually helps. People are like, hey, you're doing something that is difficult. And prove that you could do it. Alright, let's try this shit. I'll keep on that. It seems to be working lately. You can see I leveled up my nurse chick up to almost 100. Been trying her out and she really sucks. So I'm like, shit, I wish I didn't level her up so much. Has anyone else leveled her up and found out you could make her into a good character by putting in extra items or something? I really don't think I'm going to use her. Waste of 100 levels. Now my strategy was I was going to put a whole bunch of healers with the poison dude once he's gold, so that he could just stay alive forever because people are healing. So maybe that'll come into play. Yeah, so both teams are different. You can see I just built one, and I'll have to build another. Oh yeah, one of the other strategies I'm thinking of now, people maybe want to comment if it's a horrible idea or not, is this chick, the Harsh Assassin. Thinking about leveling her up, not only because she's gold, but I almost have all the components to put her up to red. So I'm thinking, Jesus, I should really have this chick in. I'm pretty sure she has some good abilities. I noticed other people using her. Alright, so you can see, because my team is so weak, I can start off by getting some battles at really low. Whereas if I had my strong team in and I turned it on right now, I'd probably be against people my own match. Like, look how fast that was. I won't even have time to vaporize. Oh yeah, and there's another trick too. Well, I'm sure it's not really a trick, everyone knows it. But these matches, you can just skip them. Some matches you can and some you can't in this game. These ones are ones you can. Although I don't like to skip them because I like to see what happened during the match, to see if I should change anything. And it gives me time to vape. I know what happened in that match. I kicked their ass. See already they're starting to offer me some really high up matches. I think I'll pass on those for now because I want to just keep piling up wins. Ooh, that was a little harsh. You can tell by the expression on my face. Yeah, is anyone else doing exciting stuff for Father's Day? I guess this whole world situation has put a damper on the plans in a lot of regions. Yeah, we should have guessed it was going to happen too, right? 1920s was all about plagues. Then we hit the 20s again. Luckily there hasn't been any flies in here today, so I don't have the net going. There was a couple of mosquitoes, but I don't catch and release those bastards. You take my blood, I'll kill you. Now, any animal that normally eats people, I kind of consider fair game. Although I guess endangered species and all that, we're not allowed, but I don't know how that works. Like if an endangered species is attacking you and trying to kill you, you're not allowed to defend yourself, or you'll go to jail. Well, I guess the situation would be you would just defend yourself and then have to pay the fine, or the prison time, or whatever it is. You're not going to just die to avoid a fine. It's like, well, I avoided that fine, but now I'm dead. Now I'm thinking I'm going to do some different content streams soon. I've been doing my leyline topic a little bit too much, so I'm going to add in some mixed up content. Well, quite a few people seem like they're into those forest rings, but I've covered them a little too much too. I might get into the water on the sun. I know a lot of people haven't even heard about that. It almost sounds as fringe as the flat earth, but no, it turns out there's water coming out of the sun. It was like a discovery made in the 1990s by a university in my city. I didn't even find out about it from that. I don't even recall how I came across it. I think it came up in a debate where people are trying to figure out where water is coming from in the universe. And then I started to check, and somehow I came across the water is coming out of the fucking sun, for Christ's sakes. I was like, well, maybe that's where. I don't know why people don't talk about it more. Like NASA, they're always looking for water in the solar system. When they find it, they're like, oh my god, water! Where did this come from? It's like, I don't know, maybe that fucking sun shooting it everywhere? No, I forget what the exact fucking science behind it was. So they were testing the area around the sun and noticed that water was spraying out. And then they calculated something about temperature differential. Like when you take something really hot and you put it next to something really cold. Pretty sure no matter what, you're going to get some residual condensation, even in space. Because space, everyone talks about it as being a void or an empty vacuum. But actually space has lots of stuff in it, or outer space. Different gases and chemicals. Just because it doesn't have oxygen doesn't mean that it's void of everything. Who knows, it probably has oxygen in small quantities of fucking water spraying. Now and then the water sprays out from the sun because of the solar wind. So you basically have boiling hot wind shooting out into freezing hot cold space, making water that fucking sprays everywhere in the solar system. God, I love that theory. It's not even a theory, they've already proved it. So I don't even understand why NASA keeps thinking, oh, it's so rare to find water. It's like, what would be more rare is if you could find something in our solar system that didn't get sprayed with the water. It's weird, eh? It's like our science almost seems like the opposites. It's about the Magi prophecy of opposites that I cover on my other podcast a lot. Everything's turning opposite. We'll be in a fucking ice age, and our news will be on TV telling us about global warming. Or we'll have a fucking drought, and they'll be telling us about a flood. It's like, you should fear warm weather. It's like, but warm weather grows food. It's like, they want us to live in ice? It's like, I don't want to fucking live on a cold planet. Fuck that shit. Man, I can hardly wait to pick what character I should sub out from this team. Definitely not going to sub out either of those two chicks. Not only are they smoking hot, but they're fucking super good. It's like they didn't even need big tits. It's like we love them either way. Now, I'm pretty sure the Wright brothers and Crime Fighter are locked up. The only two I'm really considering is Samson and the Ice Guy. Ice Guy's cool that he can freeze people, and he hits a lot of people, but he misses so much, and when his ice fucking so rare that it hurts anyone, or affects them to freeze them. Well, I shouldn't say rare, some teams are really fucking weak to it, so he'll smoke them. I should almost have him as a wild card though, where I keep him out of my team unless I get stuck and I need some way to freeze people. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah. And Samson, I like him because he used to be really strong. And I was hoping when I gave him that 5-star ability it would increase lot of what he does. But since using the 5-star on him, I've almost noticed no difference. Which I was kind of surprised. I thought it would really help. I was looking at the wording of his Samson's 5-star ability, and it says that he hits a random enemy in the back row. And I was thinking that meant an extra random enemy in the back row. So really, his attack didn't change. Instead of hitting the front row, he hits the back row. I'm like, I don't really think that's really worth a 5-star. I was hoping the 5-star meant he would hit an extra row. Well, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. This does actually get pretty intense. Like once my level starts getting up over 1300, I'm pretty sure we're getting close to that now. 1200. And then I'll start to explain, well, I should even start to explain it now. What's the trick to beating these arena matches to get the reward when you're still way under the level required to usually do it? And then the trick to it relates to my other trick, where all of a sudden, if you've made it to a certain point in the game, and you're trying to get tons of wins for this arena, you'll have to lower the players in your team so that you lose, and then go back down levels, and you can repeat the process of going back up and gaining a whole bunch of wins. So that's what you have to do as a weak player when you want to progress, is look for those players that all of a sudden tank their team and change all the players to weak. As soon as you see them do that, beat them, you'll get enough points and move up to the next class. That's how I made it all the way up to the 1800 reward. I was beating players that just tanked their teams. It would be like I'd be trying to get 1700 and I'd play against a team with all level 1 characters and slaughter them. I'd be like, oh, made it to the next level. So that's my trick on how I did it. I guess I should be posting the screenshot to prove it. I'll try to bring it up on the other screen while the next battle goes, so I can prepare it. Fuck, and just as I say that, they give me a really easy battle. So it'll be over in 2 seconds. For Christ's sakes. Now I was like hoping it would open on a different window, sorry. Now it was just some slides that I do for my research. Not all my slides that I made, obviously. Other people's. Alright, what I'll do is I'll open the file and bring up the one for the clone evolution. See if I can find it. Yeah, it's not in here. I think what happened was I deleted it. But I'll check under another game. Sometimes I saved it to my other game. Oh, I think I found it. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, no shit. Got it. Alright, so after this match is done here, I'll bring up the image proving that I made it to this 1800 reward at a much lower level. Holy shit, it even shows my level. Alright, let's do this. But before I do that, quick message from our sponsor. Today's show was brought to you by Crack! Crack! It'll fuck you up. Welcome back, everyone. That was just our sponsor. Alright, next thing, I will bring up the image as promised, which I should have done while we were switching screens. Alright, here you can see the Fighters Carnival event. I reached the 1800, got the reward. All I had to do was click receive. And lo and behold, look what level I was at, 80. Has anyone else done it at a level lower than 80? Like, I'm at fucking 100 and something now, and I still can't beat it. So, my strategy that I was using before worked really good, but it took a lot of camping. I had to camp around waiting for people to let their guard down and put their teams at a low level so I could just slaughter them. But here's the proof that it is possible. Right, how's that for a show that actually proves the strategies it's talking about? It's kind of like those weight loss YouTubers who are like fat as hell. It's like, or people that propose the perfect diet and are like anorexic and dying. It's like, come on, man, I need to see results. If I'm going to be eating leaves for the rest of my life, I don't want to look like a concentration camp victim. Now, to be fair, some people are able to live off supplements for a long time. I tried the supplement diet and it's very challenging, but very rewarding at the same time if you can pull it off, right? Like, talk about eating low calories, right? Like, you just get every vitamin and nutrient you need just from a pill. You don't even really have to consume calories. But it says right on the supplements, it's dangerous to do that, because technically your body needs animal fats in order to absorb supplements. So you're supposed to drink it with like a glass of milk or something. But some people's bodies have adapted where they can absorb it better than others. So you might be one of the rare few that can pull it off. But is that a chance you want to take? Save the cow from milking. Risk your life. Now, I'm sure cows hate being milked. Like, who doesn't? Being milked sucks in general, doesn't it? I guess from a guy, it's hard to imagine. Or anything we have in comparison is too good. It's like, you hate being milked? What is wrong with you? Maybe it's just excessive milking. Milking in smaller quantities is fine for cows. They just don't want to be milked all day, sort of thing. I can understand that. Now, I was hoping in the future we can develop like replicators from Star Trek, so we can eat real milk and animal stuff, but just replicate it so we're not actually getting it from animals anymore. I remember at Star Trek they used to have the people that would debate over it though. They'd be like, I want the real shit, that replicator stuff is garbage. Like, hell, if the replicator stuff is cheap, I'll be eating it. Fucking hate spending money on food. Barely have enough money to live. I shouldn't say barely enough money to live. If you're willing to cut your expenses low enough, you can almost live off nothing. Just gotta live with someone who's disabled, needs someone to help look after them. You got your living expenses, your rent, your food, everything covered just by them needing you. Just gotta improvise, right? You don't have to do that situation forever either. You can help someone out long enough for you to save up to get your own place so you don't have to rent it. I was hoping to do that, but it's taking longer than expected. Aiming for 50. No, I originally thought I was going to pull it off by 35, and I was like, oh, 40, I can do it by then. It's like, now I've hit 40, it's like, shit, maybe I'll do it by 50. Just gotta keep changing your goals, right? Some people are like all or nothing. They don't reach one goal, they can never move the goalpost a little. They say in life it's not about being unbreakable, it's bendable, right? Bendable makes you unbreakable. Being too stubborn makes you want to snap. Now, if anyone's ever getting into podcasting, they want a good experiment, I'd like the experiment of doing a podcast every day. See if you can do it for a month. My favorite part of it is it sort of gives you a glimpse of what days you're doing stuff good and other days you suck. So you can compare it and try to imitate the days that you did good better or more. I find I'm so stubborn, I end up just doing what I like. So I don't really care what the results are. But gotta try to be more bendable. Now, it would be neat to kind of get to 1,000 subs and unlock Super Chat and have more viewers for live. I was hoping live would kick off a little better during my experiment. It was okay. Just almost there. Like, really, that first show, I was getting like 10 questions. So I was like, shit, yes. Second show was maybe just a bad time I aired it. Can't even remember what time it was. Too late at night, maybe. Oh yeah, one of my viewers was saying it was like 3 hours past his normal bedtime or something. Yeah, if anyone has a request of what time they would like Clone Evolution episodes to air, just put it in the chat. So that way if I get a whole bunch of people putting a certain time, I can try to model it around that. And if everyone likes the non-live formats better, you can keep doing that too. It is basically the same show. It's all one cut. I think the only time I ever had to cut an episode was when I accidentally had some huge tits show up on the screen. I was like, oh fuck. They wasn't huge, they were just naked. So I was like, oh, I can't put that on YouTube. You just gotta be careful when you're doing live streams. Some of the shit that accidentally shows up on your computer. I don't know how those got there. Can you tell when I'm lying? It was a virus, I swear. Now, the other times I had to edit shows was when I fucked up on audio. Sometimes I really screwed up, like have other music playing in the background from something. Didn't even realize. Should check that now. Now, it sucks when you do a whole show and then you turn it on to hear the recording and you're like, fuck, there was a background noise the whole time. The entire show was wasted. I nearly screwed up a whole show with a guest once, or even twice, so that's why I was like, fuck man, I really gotta do more shows with just video game content before I start ruining other people's days by recording a whole show and fucking it up. Yeah, that's the thing about being your own show producer. It takes a lot of practice to be able to run a show and be able to do the show. Most people can barely run a show, let alone do both. Like, I know I suck at running shows, so when I try to do both, it makes it a big challenge. Although, that's what I like about XSplit. When it's working, it's easier. Although it's starting to get into phases where it's not working so well again. Might have to uninstall the whole thing and then install it back from scratch. For some reason that helps this program. It's like one of the plugin errors. Files became corrupt or missing. OBS I found didn't work so good on the default settings, but if I tweaked it enough I could get it working. But not quite as good as XSplit when it's at its peak. And I also subscribe to XSplit for the $200 lifetime membership. So that's another reason I like using it. I have all the features for it unlocked. God, is it ever worth it? If anyone's doing like live streaming, if you have difficulty with OBS and you're finding a lot of times you can't get technical support, that's one thing that XSplit really helps with. There's always a live agent. He'll walk you through every step of getting your show going. Like just that alone, I think, was worth the $200, let alone the software. It's like, thank you, XSplit. Not officially sponsored by them, but God, I love them. Alright, I think I'm gonna get my ass kicked in this level. I just took a glance up and seen who I'm fighting. Fuck! Son of a cockhorn! Loser! Holy shit, my power level is over 1300. His power level's over 1300! So that's the one I don't want to play. Jolly Roger. Fuck that shit. Whoops. Yeah, and there's another thing. When you reach this point and you want to play new matches, you don't always have to keep hitting back. I notice you can just hit the refresh button down here. So that gets you the lower matches quicker. See? This guy's tanking his team, so I'll take the points. Here's evidence of my strategy in action. What was his name? Fuck. Pep 2. See, if you're a low level guy and you want to beat these rewards, just look for Pep 2. Every once in a while he'll be tanking. When he's tanking, you can take his points. Wish we could just play Pep 2 over and over again, eh? It is kind of a cheese way to do it this way, by looking for Pep 2 or people with lower points, but I'm at Platinum. I don't think Pep 2 is going to be in the... Oh, there he is. Lo and behold, just as I said, this wasn't going to keep working in Platinum. It's another thing about doing live shows. You have to learn to admit failure and being wrong. Because the evidence is recorded. Damn evidence. Looks like the end of Pep 2. I helped tank him all the way down. Oh, there he is. I'll keep helping him. It's like, you're welcome, Pep 2. I'm helping you reach the lower level you require. Just doing my job. Yeah, could you believe when I was doing this trick before, I was exiting it each time. I didn't know you could just look for Pep too by hitting refresh. This guy looks really weak too. Just doing my job. That basketball player, I think he's called something Dipper, Big Dipper or something. I want to get him. I need him as ingredients. I had him on my casino wheel for a while. I didn't hit him. For some reason I changed it and went looking for other characters. But once I get the ones I'm on right now, I'm going to keep going and try to get him. Alright, so I hope I covered up, or not covered it up, hope I revealed my strategy for the arena enough for people to get a grasp of what I'm talking about. Hope I articulated my vocabulary enough that you can understand. Trying so hard to speak clearly. The vaporizer does not make it easier. And laughing. If I only hated doing the show, it would be much easier. Yeah, this team looks weak enough. Think I can beat them? Place your bets. There's a boiling heat wave again. Just been washing my tank tops like 2 or 3 times a day. So if you're wondering why I'm wearing the same one a lot lately, I have more than one of this shirt. I love the Toronto Raptors, so I buy the same jersey in more than one copy. You can probably tell too, because some of them I wear more often than others for rough. So one has all the letters that are still pretty intact. The other one is really worn down. A lot of peeling on the letters. Hey, there's Pep. Now, I used to have a friend named Pep. He was really good at golf. He would play every day. And I worked at a golf course, so I would see him. Whoops, I was doing the back way again. I always want to try what it would be like fighting just one crime fighter at level 120. To give me an idea of how strong he'll be once I get him up there. There we go. Needed to freeze his ass so he would stop healing. Yeah, got him dizzy too. This is ridiculous, just his poison is killing me. Alright, so clearly getting Crime Fighter up to the next level, gold, it's definitely worth it. Let's play Pep again. Make up for that loss. I had a feeling Crime Fighter was going to beat me, but I was wondering if I stunned him, maybe I could pull it off. But Jesus, wasn't even close. Which I'm kind of surprised, because my team isn't even really that much lower. Those, what is it, 16 some odd levels make a big difference. Pet must be wondering why the hell it's taken so long for him to go down in level. I'm kind of wondering the same thing. Kicked his ass a few times now. Now this guy's a good challenge. He beats me occasionally. Let's play an even match, see how it goes. I know some of my viewers complain that I play too many easy matches, so here's a more even one. Just for you, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Not like complaints. Constructive criticism is good. You're not a bitch. Oh yeah. The only thing I can think of why I beat this guy better is maybe because he puts Crime Fighter in a weird position. My team really doesn't get poisoned much because I don't hit him until I use a special. Whereas I have Crime Fighter right in the front, so everyone gets poisoned quickly. Very quickly. I don't know, I haven't checked my points. Has anyone checked to see? Am I getting closer? Holy, 14. At this rate, I might actually make 1800 this video. I don't want to make it more than an hour and a half. People bitch when it gets that long. Figure though, if you really want to see it done. Ooh shit, I almost played him again. And I was wondering why I was thinking, don't play that one. This guy's about my power level. Yeah, this guy usually beats me. So here's an example of someone around my power level that I get my ass kicked by. We'll see how it goes. I might have... Oh yeah, I upgraded Samson up to 100. I should boost him. Someone watching the video is like, haha, he forgot to upgrade Samson. It's like I got him up to 100, which unlocks a bunch of other stuff, so I should finish unlocking it before I fight. Holy shit. I wasn't watching. It looks like my team got a little bit of a lead going. Oh, now we're down. This team intrigues me because all the characters they're using I have. So I'm thinking, man, if this team keeps beating me, maybe I should just copy them. Yeah, see, I knew I was going to lose. I started off with a big lead, but I've seen what happens fighting this team before. Somehow they kill me. It's like I wipe out 90% of their team, but then the ones that survive kill me. Alright, let's go upgrade Samson, see if that makes the difference. Da-da-da. See, this one already was hitting him with 2 enemy units. So that's the first attack, hitting 2 enemy units. See, this I thought was going to add an extra attack, but really it just changed from instead of hitting the front row to hitting the rear, which kind of sucks because I prefer hitting the front. If I would have known that, I would have never actually unlocked this. But oh well, live and learn. Anyone who's watching the video can see, you might want to avoid paying the 5 stars to get Samson's level 7 transition attack. It sucks. Like, look how weak Samson is too, eh? 600,000? Even a chick is that strength. He's substantially stronger. But man, if I had King... What was it? Yeah, King Peter. He was at like 100. He was at like 1,000,000. So he's consistently stronger than Crime Fighter too. That's I'm thinking I should have another tank in my team that's stronger than him. Maybe he will be. Kind of like these attacks. Alright, well, let me check, see how many more rewards I got. Made it over 60 using that trick. Show you, I've boosted my highest level up to 1400 now. So I'm getting closer to that 1800 reward again. What do you think, you guys? Should I try to use that trick and push for the 2000 reward? I don't think I'm going to do any more of this video. I'll leave the content for next video, but thanks everyone for watching. Really appreciate everyone that shares the video, likes the videos, and definitely subscribers. Man, you guys, every time you subscribe, it helps me out so much. I don't even know what I could do to thank you. I'm going to try to come up with some sort of gifts or giveaways that I can do. Alright, so when it comes to things for disliking the video, today we should do aphids. Yeah. If ants carry some aphids, and the aphids fucking go in your pot plants and sap all the nutrients out of it, and then they fucking take that honeydew that kills your pot plants and put it in your vaporizer and you vape honeydew and you like it, and give the video a dislike, you bastard. Now when aphids do that to your plants, it fucking sucks. Can't believe how bad it kills them. But permethrin and dimaceous earth kind of works. In most cases you just have to kill your plants. So, sorry to end the show with some stories of dead pot plants, but we can look forward to next video, and hopefully I'll be getting the 1800 reward in the arena battle to prove that I can do it again at this higher level, and I'll even go for the 2000. It looks like we have 100 hours left on my time right now for the carnival, so that's a few days, maybe a couple episodes at least. Alright guys, and thanks again for watching, and make sure that you check out my Patreon links, the Hideout TV, where you can get paid to watch TV. It's not really my sponsors, but almost. Something similar. Oh yeah, make sure you never buy the products from the sponsors in our video. It'll ruin your life.